think Langkawi is well positioned in terms of ecotourism, and I think it has a lot to offer.
The most important thing I reckon would be it's experience-based travel.
The biggest problem with five-star hotels, and five-star hotels do have a lot of things to offer, but they do have a problem. And the problem that five-star hotels have is that they're big, they're huge, and to cover the amount of space between one villa to another is going to be quite a handsome walk, I suppose. And that's why when I came to Langkawi, the conversation that I was trying to have with some of my friends was that, is there a cozy villa that provides the five-star comfort at the same time is cozy enough for me to move about within the premises as well as within the island quite easily. And I found the answer, and the answer is at Ambong-Ambong, Langkawi. So here I am at Ambong-Ambong, Langkawi, trying to understand a little bit better about the business that they offer and the kind of guests that they attract. Here's my conversation with the founders, they're actually brothers.
Well, Ambong-Ambong, the name actually derives from the Malay name, Pokok Merambong, and hence the name Ambong-Ambong. Pokok Merambong is a plant which is found throughout the region, throughout the South Pacific, and it's a plant that grows on the beach. And we chose the name for two reasons. Number one, the plant is important to the ecosystem. It prevents soil erosion to the sea, and also many cultures believe in the healing properties of Ambong-Ambong. Okay, it's absolutely core to our philosophy here at Ambong-Ambong. We believe in the sustainability story. Our building style takes into account the natural environment, and when we built our villas, we modified the buildings to ensure minimal impact on the land.
How did you guys start off into this business?
We built Ambong-Ambong Rainforest Retreat back in 2011. My brother and I, we grew up in Langkawi. We practically grew up in Langkawi, and back in the 80s and 90s, Langkawi is an idyllic place. It was a beautiful time, and we started Ambong-Ambong as a way for us to share our Langkawi with the rest of the world. I think, like all businesses, there are its challenges, but I believe that the segment that we are in is a growing segment. I think Langkawi is well positioned in terms of ecotourism, and I think it has a lot to offer. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of travelers' first touch point would be price. But at the same time, we differentiate ourselves in many ways. For example, at Ambong-Ambong Rainforest Retreat, we only have 11 rooms. And the level of personalized service that we offer is unique and different to what you would get at a five-star resort, for example. there's always two elements to running a hotel business. There's what I like to call the hardware, which is what you see all around. And you can have the best hardware in the world. You can have a beautiful site with great views, but without the right software, without the personalized service and that personal touch, I think the hotel just wouldn't fly. It's one of the ratios that we look at when it comes to benchmarking ourselves with other similar hotels in Langkawi, but it's not the only measure, obviously. It's the quality of staff, it's the way that the resort is set up, which actually makes us stand out from the other hotels. I would like to develop Ambong-Ambong as a brand regionally, as well as in Langkawi. I think whatever we do next will encompass the same principles and values that we have built over the last 7 years throughout our journey to Ambong-Ambong. And whatever we do next will be an extension of those plans. And the way that we operate here is very much like how a family operates. An extended family, of course. There are going to be quibbles, but at the end of the day, it's working together to deliver that experience to the guests, which is what matters in the end. I think when it comes to neighbours, we're a small resort. Our neighbours are either local residents, or local kampong folk who have been in the area for many, many years. As I mentioned earlier, we are a low-impact resort. We don't run late into the night blasting music and having parties. Our style of resort is really trying to integrate with our environment, and that includes our neighbours as well. The second part, which you mentioned about the government, the government support is of course absolutely necessary to run any business. So the local government as well as the federal government has set aggressive targets to position Langkawi as a sustainable tourist destination in the region, and I think we are seeing the initial growth stages of that phase, and we hope to play a role in helping develop Langkawi as a global destination. Well, I've always enjoyed traveling and staying in hotels, and since we grew up in Langkawi, I think it was a natural marriage of sorts. In spite of having 12 years banking experience, I think that set up gave me the necessary skill sets, developed the necessary skill sets for us to venture into this business. As a guest myself, being a guest many times on the side, I've come across many instances where I think, oh, this can be done better, or I would expect something more from this particular service, and I think that's important. These learning experiences are very important to what we do here, and we always strive to deliver the best experience for our guests. Well, firstly, hiring the right team is absolutely critical. So once we have the right team, which I believe we do right now, it's about daily reinforcement. So I meet with my team daily, on a daily basis. I do walkabouts to the resort, and similarly with my leadership team, all my heads of department, I have regular meetings with their teams, and we believe in the philosophy of if we take care of our staff and our teams, they will then in turn take care of our guests.
So the brothers have a very colorful lifestyle and colorful history. Amran used to be a former banker, and his brother Adam used to be a professional mountain biker. He even raced for the country a few times. And so they bring across very interesting background and try to put together something very interesting for people to actually appreciate. And for the fact that they grew up in Langkawi, they know what's good and what's not. They know that the kind of hospitalities that they can get and they want to receive. and what they can give out. So these are the conversations that they are constantly thinking about when they want to build this villa.
In the Ambong Rainforest Retreat, we have 11 rooms, ranging from studios to suites, and then 2 units of 2-bedroom cottages. Those are rooms based on in the jungle, and that whole property shares 1 swimming pool. And here at Ambong Pool Villas, we have 9 units of villas, 8 single-bedroom villas, and then 1 3-bedroom villa, which we're in now. And every single villa has its own private pool, and all villas have complete privacy within their parcel. We have Rimba on the Ambong Pool Villa properties. That is together with Ambong Pool Villas, it's just over a year old. It's something new we've got into. And then on the Ambong-Ambong Rainforest Retreat, we have the Untitled Japanese restaurant. So those are the main 2 eateries we have. But we are starting a 3rd one, which will be opening sometime this year. More so on Rimba, because it's something we sort of curated with our consultants and all that. I think it's a reflection of what we have here on the property itself. Locally sourced ingredients, sort of the flavors from around the region, and showing that to our guests. Of course, it does include certain items, the comfort food and all, which you have to have for, especially the foreign travelers. They need some comfort food just for wherever they go.
Okay.
Yeah. The way our product is set up, I mean, you can look around. It's a lovely setting and all that sort of stuff. But the quality of service directly to the guests matter. Yeah, it's directly from our staff. So having the correct staff and managing all of that is probably the biggest challenge.
And
The complete journey we've had, the complete journey from where we started, sort of 7, 8 years ago, and our relative lack of experience in this industry, and then to where we are now with Ambong Pool Villa on TripAdvisor rated #1. I mean, it's beyond our wildest dreams, really. So that has been quite a journey. The most important thing I reckon would be it's experience-based travel. We don't think of ourselves as just a hotel, and you turn up, and there's a nice bed and nice amenities, and it's not just that. It's a full experience coming here with the level of service, the location of where it is, fully immersing yourself. We have some guests that just come here and just don't leave the room at all, and spend 2 or 3 days just here, and then you can see with the different room types we have, with the balconies and all this outdoor space. You're in the jungle, you're in the canopy, you're really immersed in it. You can sit there and watch the wildlife. We have, the hornbills, the macaques and the dusky leaf monkeys, the giant squirrels, all that sort of stuff right outside your room. And we also get people who, in staying here and spending so much time in their room, they enjoy it, and some people get a lot of work done. Like we've had a best-selling novelist come here and stayed 2 weeks straight and finishing off one of his novels. I can't say his name, but his books are available in TGE in the cafe. So there's a huge contrast with all of that, given we still have high-speed internet and you're connected to the world, so you can choose whatever you want being in this place.
And your parents are also involved, or at least they were previously involved.
Yep.
Your brother and yourself are not full on. How do you manage disputes, if any, among the family?
Well, I wouldn't call them disputes, but I get what you mean. As in, when we have to come to a decision and there's sort of different opinions on the subject matter. When it comes to the important decisions, it's discussed with everybody, and then it's fairly democratic, and whichever sides feel more strongly about it, and we get enough people to agree with it. That's how we move forward.
Welcome back. You're watching Arrivals, and I'm your host, Ibrahim Sani. Currently, we are in Langkawi, and more importantly, we are in Ambong-Ambong. Very nice, cozy, 5-star villa right here on the hills of Pantai Chenang. I speak with the chef, Chef Zam, about the delicacies and about the food that they offer.
Basically, we are actually promoting local cuisine. Of course, at the same time, Western food is also priority. But we encourage our guests to try our locals. Yeah, we actually try to our level best to get the right ingredients for the food. Of course, the ingredients we are using in our cooking is actually come from our herbs garden. We developed this idea which was actually initiated by our owner, and it's proven that we managed to make it a reality, where most of our ingredients in our cooking is come from our herbs garden, our very own herbs garden. Of course, this credit goes to our chef, because the sauces, actually the recipes actually come from them. Of course, we try to blend the ingredient that we're using with what we have around us. So I think that's helped a lot, and by doing that, we are developing our own recipe for cooking, and that goes to the menu. Oh, the guest was generally very pleased with our drinks, because we try to introduce new ideas. We improvise recipes and concoction for our cocktails and mocktails. For example, we actually try to promote our infused drinks with the mixer. And so far so good. I'm very grateful. The guests give thumbs. They're very happy. They're very pleased with the drinks. The tom yum. Yeah, that's a secret behind it. Actually, we have tom yum infused. We throw in the galangal, the lemongrass, and other relevant ingredients to it. Yeah. We are actually trying very hard to promote our local culture, from the food right up to the music we play. Okay, our hospitality is actually a main thing that we actually try. We emphasize our guests, our customers, our staff, that the hospitality has to be warm. It has to come from their heart, and it has to be real. You know, and again, we are Eastern people, so since we're small, we've been educated in that manner. I think there shouldn't be any problems. And I think the customer, the guests, they are very impressed with our hospitality, and I think we are there.
Ambong-Ambong ni menarik dia sebab orang kata tempat dia kecil butik kan, di mana servis tu orang kata lain, yang kita bawa tu lain daripada yang lain. Even kita bukan kata 5-star hotel, tapi kita dikategorikan orang kata hotel kecil. Kita more dengan personal service untuk kita punya guest yang datang yang menginap di Ambong-Ambong. Tapi yang lebih menarik, dia orang suka bertanya mengenai makanan dan minuman. So apa yang special dekat Ambong-Ambong ni? Makanan apa yang ni? Kadang-kadang dia orang akan minta, oh boleh tak ajarkan kita orang macam mana nak buat sate? Macam mana kita nak buat rendang? Walaupun ada yang setengah tu tidak ada dalam menu, tapi kita cuba minta chef untuk ketengahkan benda tu, di mana kita nak tunjuk kat dia orang budaya kita, masakan, makanan kita. Memang kalau kata Europe ni, kalau pagi-pagi dia orang makan roti. Tapi kalau kita dekat Langkawi ni, kita cuba cerita. So, dia orang pun start dengan nasi lemak. Walaupun dia rasa, oh peritnya nasi lemak ni, dia kata heavy food lah apa semua kan. Tapi bila dia start sekali, seminggu dia duduk kat sini, so seminggu dah dia akan makan nasi lemak. Dia dah start dah, walaupun dia tak makan pedas, dan kita akan cuba dapatkan, apa yang dia nak. Maksudnya, saya tak nak terlalu pedas. Yes, so kita akan dapatkan, you rasa you boleh makan pedas? Saya nak memang pedas, betul-betul pedas. So dia akan buat yang kita akan minta chef dapatkan sambal ni biar pedas. Dia memang suka memang pedas. Macam itulah ayat dia. Ya, Ambong-Ambong kita start Disember tahun 2011, di mana kita start dengan 8 bilik masa tu. Dan selepas 2013 tu kita tambah lagi 3 bilik. Itu ada penambahan untuk bilik. Di mana kita tambah suite room lah. So pada masa 2011 ke 2013 tu kita jalankan 2 cottage, 6 studio dengan 3 suite room. So far tu untuk permulaan tu memanglah kurang sambutan lah, di mana banyak orang kata saingan di Langkawi ni. Terlalu banyak orang kata hotel, motel, 5 star, 4 star, 3 star, city hotel, semua ada kat Langkawi ni. So kita cuba bawakan kelainan untuk Ambong-Ambong, di mana kita bawa satu dengan tempat kita yang dah memang unik. So servis yang kita berikan kepada orang kata pengunjung kita ataupun para pelancong yang datang menginap di sini tu adalah lebih kepada orang kata personal service, di mana dia orang takkan dapat kalau dia orang pergi hotel besar-besar pun mungkin yalah orang tak mampu nak jalankan, sedangkan dia orang ada 200 bilik, 300 bilik kan, di mana Ambong-Ambong ni cuma pada masa kita jalan tu cuma ada 11 bilik saja. Di mana sekarang ni of course kita dah ada penambahan sebanyak 9 bilik yang kita panggil Ambong Pool Villa, di mana setiap unit ada dengan swimming pool. Macam mana kadang-kadang guest tak suka juga, bukan semua makanan yang kita tunjukkan tu semua orang suka, tetapi kita cuba ketengahkan, bagi tahu okey kenapa benda ni jadi macam ni, kenapa macam ni, kenapa macam ni. So even pelancong asing pun dia dah start, dia dah mula kenal kita punya ni. Mana yang datang yang menginap di Ambong-Ambong ni, dia memang bagi saya tak boleh cakap 100% lah, tapi apa yang daripada saya ni 90% tu memang happy dengan cara yang layanan yang kita beri, perkhidmatan layanan yang kita berikan kepada guest kita lah.
So Ambong-Ambong has plenty of styles of rooms. They have the villa apartments, they have the studio rooms. Each and every single one of them does bring about a unique experience to the guest. But one thing that is constant across all the rooms that they offer is that it's situated right inside the rainforest overlooking the ocean. Nearly every room, if not every room themselves, actually have an ocean view. And the ocean view is actually quite spectacular. You can actually see quite a bit from your room, any of that room for that matter. And of course, the higher end rooms will see an extremely fantastic view right from the master bedroom. In fact, right from the bed. Just pull across the curtains and open the windows, and there you have it, a fantastic view of the ocean overlooking the Andaman Sea. And these are the kind of experiences that you can get right from the room. In fact, Adam once told me that sometimes the guests don't ever leave the room for the entire duration of the period. And if you look at those rooms, you would understand actually why they do that, why they don't want to leave the villas, because it's extremely beautiful and it's extremely nice.